now, get a Bosch German-made self-cleaning oven, just $17.49. Or a German-made Bosch dishwasher, only $12.79. Plus, over to $1,000 on Tedesco dishwashers. Our consultants are kitchen experts, and we won't be beaten on price. So visit one of our 9 showrooms today, or shop online and get value the E&S way. Selling now, T's Flight.
Kathy doesn't have time to wait around for deliveries. That's why we've updated the AusPost app to include 2-hour estimated delivery notifications. So Kathy doesn't have to. You ask, we deliver at Australia Post. Available when matched to a MyPost account.
Listen to your body. Your wheezy smoker's cough is trying to tell you something. The poisons in tobacco smoke are narrowing the tiny airways in your lungs, making it harder to get air in and out. It can lead to a breathlessness, which gets worse over time, until you can't breathe at all. Your body is telling you it's time to quit. For help, visit quit.org.au or contact Quitline on 137848.
Gold 104.3.
Lanes are closed on the Westgate Freeway outbound at Williamstown Road, and the Williamstown Road outbound entry ramp is closed until Monday. Major delays expected. Avoid using the Westgate Bridge if possible. That earlier breakdown on the Westgate Freeway outbound at Montague Street is now cleared. All lanes are now open. Just got a collision on the Boddington Peninsula Freeway southbound after Eastlink with one lane closed, and Laverton North busy traffic on Leeks Road near the Princess Freeway with works having one lane closed. The Milwaukee 3-day pack-out modular storage event ends today, while stocks last at participating Milwaukee authorised retailers. T's and C's apply. Milwaukee, nothing but heavy duty. Now you're up to date with Melbourne's latest traffic.
Take Gold 104.3 wherever you go with the free iHeartRadio app.
Business admin be gone. With Solo by MYOB, the new admin app for sole operators. Only $12 for 12 months. T's and C's apply.
Your city, your news now. Melbourne's Gold 104.3.
Hey there, I'm Lucy Reese. The Prime Minister and the Opposition Leader are gearing up for their official campaign launches in Perth this weekend. The leaders are spending the day hoping to woo voters in the key state, with Anthony Albanese promising $60 million to expand the ferry network in Perth. While Peter Dutton has brought some star power to his campaign, teaming up with boxer Danny Green to commit $1.5 million of funding for the Stop the Coward Punch campaign. Meantime, Peter Dutton says he feels safe under the protection of the ANC following an alleged terror plot. It's been revealed a teenage boy has been charged for allegedly buying making ingredients to use in an attack on the opposition leader. Dutton's told Nine he can cope with it.
I was a police officer for 10 years. I've been to family homes where I've delivered death messages to mums. I've been to road accidents, dealt with sexual offence matters, and all of those incidents are much harder days than any day that I've experienced in this job. Memorial displays have been installed outside the Bondi Junction Westfield to remember the 6 people who lost their lives in the horror stabbing attack. Tomorrow marks 1 year since the tragedy. And parts of Western Australia are on cyclone watch, with a tropical low expected to develop into a cyclone in the Timor Sea later today. The Bureau of Meteorology is forecasting it to pass to the north of the Kimberley coast tomorrow.
The Great Northern Greatest Catch has landed. Win a BCF voucher in every specially marked case, plus thousands of prizes up for grabs. T's and C's apply. 18 plus. Drink responsibly.
Ned Long has steered Collingwood to a 31-point win over Sydney in Gather Round. The midfielder racked up 29 disposals, 9 clearances and had 10 score involvements. Pies coach Craig McRae says he's a beast.
Yeah, I don't think he's such a beast at the contest, and if he's not winning himself, he's getting back.
Gather Round action continues this hour with the Suns going up against the Roos in the Barossa. It's been a bad day for Aussie golfers at the US Masters. Adam Scott and Cam Smith have both missed the cut. Scott for the first time in 16 years. Jason Day has emerged as the best hope for the Aussies, currently sitting in a tie for 5th through 13 holes. Justin Rose is the clubhouse leader on 8 under.
For the best roof in town, Harley & Sons Roofing won't let you down. On time and on budget, backed by the Harley Guarantee. Search Harley Roofing.
Mostly sunny sunny today with a top of 31 degrees. Sunny tomorrow and 32. Cloudy with the chance of showers on Monday and dropping to 25 degrees. Partly cloudy on Tuesday. Become a Gold VIP by joining the Gold Club to unlock free tickets and VIP prizes at gold1043.com.au.
You might wish to stay on and listen.
What is it that makes a good album great?
The greatest music on Gold 104.3.
These are the greatest albums of all time.
Now, this is an album I remember buying at Target in Sunshine Plaza in 1986. Madonna's True Blue. This is where she went from being an 80s pop rebel to full-blown global icon. She wrote and recorded True Blue while she was newly married to Sean Penn, and described it as a very romantic album. This was her In Love album. Now, spoiler alert, 2 years later, she and Sean Penn divorced. We're going to play a couple of tracks from that album, and we're going to kick off with one that inspired fans in Japan and Europe to start dyeing their hair icy blue blonde. Here's True Blue. Going at 4.3 with our greatest albums of all time right across this weekend. Playing just great songs.
Losing streak could turn the heat up. The bigger picture says there's urgency, but the temptation is to probably go into that space. But our performance is about sort of what's in front of us, and if you go any further than that, you generally find yourself in a bit of trouble.
Tim Membry is loving life in the Pies forward line, and now he's got goal 300 to prove it. The former Saints helped bury Sydney by 31 points. And Rory McIlroy is back in the Masters mix, 2 shots off the lead after a big fight back. Jason Day's got Aussie hopes alive. Cam Smith's Masters streak is done. He and Adam Scott both missed the cut.
Freedom's mid-season sale is on now. Save up to 30% off selected sofas and furniture and all homewares. Hurry, don't miss out. Sale on now, only at Freedom.
Mostly sunny and a top of 34 degrees at Adelaide Oval for Gather Round, where we are counting down to the Blues and the Eagles as Triple M rocks footy.
Shut up! The footies of Triple M!
For bringing hot water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks Gather Round.
Mate, I'm sitting here having a look in the binoculars at these West Coast Eagles blokes.
Yep.
They look no bigger or player for and bloody 5'8" and about 60 kilos.
Have a look at number 7. Is that Ruben Jimby?
Yeah, Jimby. Well, he's big.
He looks like Dermot. Have a look at him. He's got the big mullet like Dermot.
He's a big boy, but a few of these others
Himself tiny.
they are literally bloody tiny. Now, fat.
What?
We need
Stop
to
picking on fat.
No, we just need to get an understanding of what you're doing here.
What do you mean?
Well, I just wonder why you actually come over to Adelaide. Like, what's the point of it?
What do you mean? We had to work yesterday, Jim, Thursday, rush hour.
No, you hardly turned up.
Yesterday was Friday, by the way.
That was Thursday.
Yesterday was Friday.
2 days ago.
You've skipped Friday for some reason.
And
I
then,
was asleep.
what else are you doing?
Well, I'm doing the rub. Well, you did a podcast.
Yeah, but you could do that from a studio in Melbourne. That's
with the Cats Thursday night over there at the disco.
They didn't want you there.
Oh, did they? What? They were very happy to see. I nearly went down the rooms. They would have loved fat down there.
What about last night? How'd you get your drinks last night?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they helped you out.
He doesn't pay for anything around here.
No.
He just gags off anyone that can get him something.
What do you think I'm Ethan, do you?
You're not that bad.
What's he
No,
done?
I'm going to ask you, Jim. You sound a bit dusty today.
In fact, I finished the game last night, and Rabs will tell you, I walked over to the bespoke bar, sat at a table,
Yes.
shared a bottle of Chardonnay, then I shared, which I didn't really want to,
Right.
a beautiful bottle of red,
Yeah.
and then I went and watched the golf.
Now, Jim,
That's my night.
can I put this to you?
Oh, here we go.
Can I put this to you?
Go on.
It was 4 bottles of Chardonnay.
No,
Four,
that
Jim,
is completely incorrect.
and
He's got that written down.
3 bottles of Henley Farm.
No, there was one bottle.
Henley.
Henley, there's a T in
There's
there.
a
There's
T.
one of them.
Yeah,
And don't worry, mate. Let me tell you how I know you're wrong.
Why?
Because there's 7 other people at this table, all with their glass like this. Just pushing it out and going, I won't pay for any of it, but I'll have it. I'll certainly have some.
That's what I'm building.
No, don't worry.
That was Rabs and Ethan.
There was no 4. There were 2 and then Daisy and myself buying those.
4 and 3.
One bottle of red.
Daisy's very generous.
You sound very dusty, which takes us back to last year. Remember when he came on air and there was the smoke from the fireworks? Memory is playing in the smoke. His eyes and his voice. Slurring. Couldn't hear anything.
I am an honest drinker. I wish I was hungover. That'd mean I'd have a good night.
Bill, you've had a big week, Bill, as we've already discussed, but when did you find time to sit down with Tommy Sheridan for a podcast?
No.
Oh, have you?
He hasn't.
That was a week ago.
Right, well, they only released it this week.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Spiking or
entertainment on the flight I had over. So
you didn't listen
I
to
chose
it.
this.
Oh, no. I was American Aces. American Aces.
Yeah, how many times have we heard Bill tell?
He hasn't gone there.
Take your pick of what he may have gone with.
Oh, my God.
Is this my fault?
You ask the question.
It'd be the spa.
Like a band, Apple. Which one?
Did you say the spa?
Sparring.
Well, we may as well start with the spa. We'll start with the spa.
Not done that.
I had to train. I walked past a cake shop and I blow up, So I trained and I come in early one day and he groped me. He says, Bill, you want to have a spa? I said, bloody oath, mate. So I got the gear off and I'm lying in the spa over here. He said, no, you dickhead, come here. 2 2-minute rounds.
Look at the fake Tommy
laughing at his own 1,000 times told joke.
That's a good gas.
You're hearing him tell. He's bored telling it.
I know. You're right.
Seriously.
But don't ask
It's
me
not even happened. You just made it up. It's a sporty story.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I trained hard.
You mix up the cake shop, though.
Yeah,
the cake shop. You normally say something else.
And then Jim, you had the other. So
What else? They'll do, don't they?
in 1994, a certain player in a certain final had the ball in his hand, and again, he's made this up too. He's made this story that Liberatore told him something, and of course, he went down that path as well.
I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to kick the goal. Tony Liberatore was saying things about my family that I never knew my family could do, by the way. Libba.
Don't tell me he went to 89 grand final.
And then 70 metres out.
75, 80.
What was that?
89 grand final.
Yeah, and how one of them,
The 2 key forward.
one forward kicked a lot of goals and another one didn't, but he's fashioned this into his usual story as well.
Ablett kicked 9. I thought we did a good job, me and him. We kicked 11 between us. I tell you what, this is West Adelaide Footy Club yesterday.
Well, it wasn't the Gabba record, was it? He didn't go to that path.
Funny you mentioned that.
I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Oh.
But we've all heard this story too, how Whitey had him down to Skinner Reserve, and he was the plane
Turned the lights off.
Of course, he went down that path as well.
No. Watch player number 16 here, boys. Sure enough, there's a boundary throw in. It's on the half-forward flank. I'm about 5 or 10 metres off the pack with my opponent, but there's a plane flying over because it's at the airport, right? And I didn't know I did this. And there's this plane flying over, and I'm standing there, and the ruck throw-in's here off the boundary, and I'm watching this plane, just like this, watching it fly over. And he threw the video at me and said, choke on this, you.
Jim's given up.
Raps even knows.
Jim's shaking his
I
head.
just cannot believe how bad it is.
I'm just reading this bullying.
Did you go to
When people repeatedly and intentionally use words or actions against someone to cause distress and risk their well-being, Damien, be very
Have
careful.
you got any other stories
How
besides
do I
that
shut
story?
down?
He does. Jimmy's got the rubber band story.
No.
With that, he took the rubber band off the money, threw the kid the rubber band. He said, here, wrap that around it. That should fix it. Some good comeback lines for a bully.
What about this?
Do you feel better now?
Do you
Do you feel better now, Damien?
Are we bullying you?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
What else was there? When Blighty turned the light off in the room?
Go with that one?
Yeah.
Done a good.
Oh, he's looking over to see if he did.
So,
Go on, more?
There were his stories and his go-to stories. Just some really boring stuff.
Really?
As well. Like,
Come on, let's hear it.
Like watching a horse race,
No.
for instance. Just listen to this.
I tell you, it's one of the great feelings being at the course, on course when your horse wins. So like at Flemington or Caulfield or somewhere like that. If you're there and it wins and you got everyone around you, it's one of the great
I think
feelings.
Brody was saying, because they had, I can't remember the name, you might remember it, but it was favourite. Yeah, I should remember it. Incentivized? No, it wasn't incentivized.
That was good. It was,
gee whiz, I've got the name in there. I know the colours and everything.
It was
Salcombe, I think. Yeah,
Salcombe.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to for Tommy Sheridan. But he's forged giant. But this is what you.
I take a look at you. In his teeth, Tommy Sheridan.